Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. How the great lion pretended he was absolutely so angry with the jewel just to catch some people red-handed. He pretended he ignored the jewel. He abandoned her, in fact, ghosted her and everything. As in the entire palace, everybody could see the anger, the fury and everything. And those from the camp where they wish the jewel evil, we are dancing. They just could not help how happy they were because they thought that, yes, so we succeeded this time. But they never knew that the jewel was, playing with them to catch them red-handed. And this is why our people say, a wise king does not rush into war without counting his loyal warriors. Hey! He said a wise king does not rush into war without counting his loyal warriors. Dela writes, hey! Do you know that everything that the great lion was doing, the great lion has launched an investigation into what was actually happening? But of course, he stated the reason why he went that route, not being apologetic about what happened, because he says he wants the jewel to be strong, that she is too weak. Everything she takes it, hook, line, and sinker. That the jewel needs to begin to stand up for herself. Because our beautiful jewel, you need to begin to stand up for yourself. You see this war. You see this war. I have my daughter here in the house. That one, hey, I don't even know what to say again. If you are angry like this, you tell my daughter, go and tell that man to drop those things there and get out of that gate. My daughter, I will have to tell her, say exactly what I told you. Go and stand there. You will hear, my mommy said you should leave. My mommy said you should leave. She will never say it that way. She's this person that doesn't want any problem at all. I said, how are you going to survive? I know it is good not to want problem, but you need to stand up for yourself. The brother will be challenging her. She's there. She didn't do it though. She can't argue. So when all this drama was going on, Daylight, these people did not know that the great lion knew exactly what he was doing. They didn't know. They thought that they got the jewel where they wanted her to be. The great lion's secret investigation, how he pretended to be too angry with the jewel to catch, Ebony right-handed before Ogidigba Sòòkö. Now, let's go into this Ogidigba Sòòkö. Let me tell you how it was necessary for this to have happened. Now, remember when we got this information that when the great lion insisted that it was going to happen, Ogidigba people came out and said it would never happen, that they had, an agreement in 2015 when the great lion became king. And that agreement has been causing a lot of problems for the great lion, even up until now. Yeah. Some of the things they agreed there, at some point they say he did not do them. And that was why he had to do what he did. And right now it is looking like no matter what happens, the great lion has no right to, turn his back on, some of those women. And that is why you see it is very difficult for him to make certain decisions. If the information we are getting is correct, they say Ogidigba people will always fight and fight, look for different ways to, speak for their daughter that, she's just a woman. She will never do that again. And the last time, They did the same thing. They say she will never do that again. Now, for those who do not know, the Sòòkö of Ogidigba is usually the traditional mouthpiece and spiritual representative of the Ogidigba lineage in the, scheme of things, okay, as you know, okay. His role is both administrative and spiritual, okay. What he does is, he acts as a spokesman of Ogidigba, okay? He speaks for the Ogidigba, family before the Great Lion and carries the, Great Lion message back to his people. He's the link between Ogidigba and the palace, okay? He performs rituals, he leads sacrifices, prayers, and ancestral rites on behalf of Ogidigba, especially during major traditional festivals like Oloja and Oduduwa. He maintains the family's shrine and invokes ancestral blessings. He preserves the ancient custom, chant, and proverb of Ogidigba and ensures younger generation follow them. As part of the, Great Lion Council, he advises on lineage matters, palace traditions and community issues involving Ogidigba, right? I hope you guys understand. He represents Ogidigba in palace ceremonies, festival, and all of that. Like, he is that voice that is heard, that is known, okay? But he is old. They say he is very old, okay? And so, when the Great Lion found out, okay, basically, in short, okay, the Sòòkö of Ogidigba is the voice, priest, and elder statesman of that lineage, okay? So I wanted you to understand how important it was for the Great Lion to work hand in hand with this man, firsthand, for the man to see that, this person may never be able to change, right? So they say when the Great Lion found out that, this was going on, the Great Lion involved the Sòòkö of Ogidigba. Voice messages that were being sent to the Great Lion will forward directly to him. Messages that were being sent, the Great Lion will forward. Correspondence and every other thing, the Great Lion was forwarding directly, like first hand, because he knew everything. Because when they started, they said the Great Lion knew from the very beginning that, they wanted to blow the whole thing out of proportion, and he worked with them. But basically, he was also angry about the fact that the jewel didn't tell him things as at when the jewel was supposed to tell him. But he worked with them according to him. He did this as in not telling the jewel what he was doing, because he wanted the jewel to stand up and be strong and stand for what she believes. Yes, she did it. And so all the pain and everything that the jewel had to go through, he was actually fighting the fight for the jewel without the jewel even knowing it. He now carried this man along, messages, voice messages, everything, the way they cooked everything, how they claimed that the jewel had traveled from London to Scotland on a very short trip with this person, that is David Nwangi. How, yes, the whole David Nwangi thing is true. The uncle had that arrangement, like, the man showed interest and the uncle too was interested, okay? Like any other person will do. I do know that the uncle was wrong, but when the whole thing blew out, okay, the Great Lion heard, and the first intel the Great Lion got was not from these people, was his own personal interest, and he was honestly very upset that the jewel did not tell him. But of course, when it was looking as if he was blowing it out of proportion, he was doing it. That was how he made it seem, so that everybody would shake, and so that, the Sòòkö of Ogidigba will understand the terrain and what has been going on, and understand that, you see this Ebony that they are saying that she cancel Itiwase and everything, she will never change. Forever and ever, she will continue to attack the jewel, and that happens to be what the Great Lion does not want. And that's why you saw that he insisted that those two people, you see, Ikpi and Ebony, will leave. And now when the Sòòkö saw everything, oh my gosh, the way they manipulated the situation, the way they made it seem as if the jewel had already gone with another man, the way they tried to paint her black, the things they said and all of that, everything, voice note, but everything was going straight, to Sòòkö's phone. When calls will come, Kabiyesi will share with Sòòkö and all of that. The man was shocked. After all the swearing and everything, that Ebony said she will never be a part of this again. Is this really Ebony? The man was shocked. That was why when the Great Lion got up and said Ebony needs to leave, as a matter of fact, for the respect that he has got for the Sòòkö, that he would let it was a rest for now, but let Ebony go. And Ebony should not return until he says so. Apparently, he wants her to go out of the palace before the jewel comes back. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.